are 5 things you must know to get better results. Hey, fixing credit should be fun because if you know what the credit bureau is gonna do before it happens, you're playing a different game. It's chess, not checkers. So once you know these 5 moves, it's game over for the credit bureaus. And if you want results like this person, and then this person, and this person, and this person, this person, right? And if you want results like that, hey, once you understand these 5 moves, it's a wrap. First things first, hey, you gotta set the credit bureaus up if you haven't set them up already. How you set them up? Hey, well, my free secret letter. But most importantly, hey, I no longer want you to be upset when it comes to fixing your credit, because once you understand the things I'm gonna talk about and the things that's gonna happen before it happens, there's no need for you to be upset because you're going to be able to know what to do, when to do it. If the credit bureaus do a certain thing, you're going to be able to knock them out. So I no longer want you to be upset once you understand the things I'm about to tell you. The first move you need to know is that accounts will reappear on your credit report, but that's okay. According to 15 USC 1681 I-5, go to number B, right? There is an exact procedure the credit bureaus have to follow when they're putting things back on your credit report, right? So if they don't follow that exact procedure, we got them, right? So the first thing you want to do, step number 1, you want to write a letter basically explaining what happened, tell them all the details on how they violated 15 USC 1681 5B, right? I-5B, right? So make sure you write a letter, make sure you certify, make sure you add 2 forms of identification on how the credit bureaus violated that. Step number 2, of course, we gotta wait 30 days. Now, once we wait those 30 days, we're waiting to see if the accounts will come off our credit report, right? Now, after we wait those 30 days, step number 3, here's what we wanna do. If the accounts came off our credit report, we're good. But if it didn't come off our credit report, guess what we're gonna use? CFPB, right? And we're gonna file a complaint. Now, how we file this complaint is we're gonna use the complaint that says this account reappear on my credit report, right? Now, here's what you wanna do. Once you write your statement, you wanna exactly type up everything that happened, right? On this day, this happened, this day, that happened. Hey, they violated these laws, and make sure you have everything certified. Make sure you have all the documents, everything that you need, because what we want to do is not have hearsay, right? So we want to have everything so we can submit to the CFPB and let them do their thing. The second move you need to understand is that, hey, the credit bureaus won't respond to you within 30 days, which is okay. It's all good, right? Because according to 15 USC 1681 I, the first law, right? The credit bureaus have 30 days to respond to you. If they don't, it's a violation. So if they don't respond, it's all good. It's all good, right? So here's what I want you to do. Step number 1, the first thing you want to do is, guess what? Go to Dispute Panda. Now, once you go to Dispute Panda, if you already have an account, create an account. If you don't, the link is going to be in the description, but create an account. Once you create an account, the first thing you want to do is, guess what? Send a static letter saying the credit bureaus failed to respond to you within 30 days, right? Failure to respond letter, right? It's a free letter. Now, guess what? Send it certified and just wait 30 days. Step number 2, we got to wait 30 days, right? We want to see if the accounts will come off of our credit report. Now, if they don't, guess what we're going to do? We're going to use the CFPB and knock them out, right? So here's what you want to do. Go to CFPB, create a complaint saying the credit bureaus failed to respond within 30 days, right? You have all the evidence, you have all the proof, you did actual due diligence, you actually sent out another letter, right? So you have more evidence to knock the credit bureaus out. So that's what you want to do next. The third move you need to understand is that, hey, the credit bureaus will verify your accounts, right? They will say everything's verified, but it's all good. It's all part of the process. Guess what? Since it's all part of the process, hey, the credit bureaus have the process they have to follow as well. And if they don't follow that process, we have the opportunity to knock them out. So here's what I want you to do to be able to knock them out. Step number 1, the first thing you got to do, right, is go to Dispute Panda, right? Create an account with Dispute Panda if you already don't have one, but create an account. Once you have an account, guess what? Go to static letter. Now, once you click on static letter, here's what you want to do. You want to click on the method of a verification, right? What did you do to verify this, right? Because according to 15 USC 1681 I-C, the credit bureaus have to provide you a description of everything happened when they verify those accounts. So, and they have 15 days. Guess what? 15 days to respond to you. And if they don't, that's a violation. But they also violated 15 USC 1681 number 5. They also violated 15 USC 1681 I number 5. And here's why, because they're supposed to do something, right? When they verified your accounts, they were supposed to update the account. They were supposed to update the open date, last active, all that, and they didn't. If you look at your credit report and compare it to last month and compare it to this month, I guarantee they didn't do what they're supposed to do. So guess what? Here's what we want to do. We want to do two things, right? Like I said, step number one, send that letter, wait 15 days. Step number two, after we wait those 15 days, we already know they ain't gonna respond back. We're gonna file a complaint with the CFPB. Now, when we file a complaint with the CFPB, we're gonna tell them everything that happened, right? Hey, we sent this letter off on this date, came back verified, but they didn't update anything according to this law. And guess what? It's still hurting my credit report. And they also didn't provide me the description of what happened on how they verified, which is another violation. And we're gonna have all the proof. We're gonna have everything we need to knock them out. So that's what you wanna do when you file a complaint. You wanna have all the evidence. You wanna have the CFPB, you wanna have the tracking number. You wanna have everything to use that to your advantage to get the things removed off your credit report. Now, it's gonna take time. It's not gonna happen within the first, second, third round, but as long as you put in the work, hey, the work works. So guess what you gotta do? Put in that work. The fourth move you need to know is that, hey, if you have a collection on your credit report and guess what? The collection agency texts you or sends you a letter and you tell them that, hey, I refuse to pay this debt, guess what? If they respond to you, that's a violation, right? According to 15 USC 1692 C, right? Hey, if you tell the collection agencies to I refuse to pay this debt, they have to cease communications from you, right? But they don't know that. So here's what we want to do, right? We want to draft up the letter, have your name and everything, the account number, the account balance, and say, I refuse to pay this debt. I got things going on. And if they send a letter to you, guess what? Step number two, we're gonna wait for them to respond back to you. After they respond back to you, hey, I want you to hit my line, right? I want you to call the credit team because guess what? That's a violation and you might have the opportunity to get some money out of that. So guess what? If you have a collection on your credit report and you do that process, hey, you can be able to knock them off and get paid. The fifth move you need to know is that every hard inquiry on your credit report got to have permissible purpose, right? According to 15 USC 1681B, right? Every hard inquiry has to have permissible purpose. And if it don't, guess what? You have the opportunity to be able to knock them out. And if you want to learn how to remove all those hard inquiries, hey, just watch that video right there.